What's up, everyone? Welcome into another edition of Favorite Fits. I am Trevor Sikkema, and this week we're taking a look at Kyle Crabb's latest mock draft over at the Draft Network. And like I said at the beginning of the mock episode, which you should go watch over at the Draft Network's YouTube, this is a fun mock draft. We got a lot of picks that we got to talk about to get some teams really excited, starting in the top 10, but with a team that isn't originally picking in the top 10. It's the Washington football team moving up for North Dakota State quarterback Trey Lance. I love the move. I really do, because Washington's got to get aggressive for a quarterback, right? I mean, they no longer have Dwayne Haskins. That ship has sailed. Alex Smith won comeback player of the year, but he's not a QB1, or at least he's not the future. We know that for sure. They've got to go and get a guy. We know that they were involved in some quarterback talks so far this offseason, and perhaps that's going to continue to maybe get a veteran presence in there. But if it doesn't, and I would even say that this move would be better, especially for the guys that are available, because you go get a young quarterback that you get to then groom with a roster that is still up and coming. Yes, they won the division this year, but you got to take a look at the record a little bit and know that they have some good pieces in place, but the best days for Washington should still be ahead of them. If they get a quarterback and if they get aggressive to go get a great one in the top 10, that could put their plans into motion and really set things towards a really good future for Washington. For our next selection, it's an instance where an organization really capitalized on a talented player falling further in the draft than you might think. And that's when Penn State linebacker Micah Parsons went number 17 overall to the Las Vegas Raiders. And look, the Raiders have tried to invest in that linebacker position. You know, Corey Littleton, Nick Witowski, Raekwon McMillan. They've tried to add guys and throw newer players into this linebacker group, but it hasn't been great for him. If Parsons ends up making it this far, I know we talk about edge rusher consistently being a smart pick for the Raiders here in the first round, but Micah Parsons could fill a lot of different needs for you. He can be an edge rusher. He can be a middle linebacker. He plays with so much speed. He's got upside in coverage because of how athletic he is. I mean, this would be a home run pick for the Raiders, and it's one that I haven't seen a lot of, but I really like the idea of. And look, Mike Mayock's got to nail this draft. You know, I'm not saying he's on the hot seat, but he's really got to hit a home run here in his third draft as general manager. I think if you get Parsons at 17, it's a good start. We saved the best for last year because we get to talk about a Carson Wentz trade, which, shoot, by the time this video comes out, maybe Wentz will have been traded because it seems like it's any moment now. But in this mock draft, Kyle has the Philadelphia Eagles getting a first-round pick for Carson Wentz in the form of the Chicago Bears, sending it their way, along with Nick Foles and some other draft assets. But shoot, this is a favorite fit just because if the Philadelphia Eagles can somehow get a first-round pick out of Carson Wentz, that's a win right there. At number 20, though, he has the Eagles selecting Notre Dame linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He already had the Eagles at number 6, getting a stud on offense in LSU wide receiver Jamar Chase. And so that really opens the door for them to get flexible here with a different kind of need and a player that they like, take a chance on some talent. And Owusu-Koramoah is great for that because Eagles, they got a lot of defensive needs, but linebacker, secondary, safety help, I mean, these are all categories that they can address. Owusu-Koramoah gives you the ability to plug him into a couple of those different areas wherever you can get your best defense on the field. Now, he is a player that you're going to have to get creative with. You've got to have a good defensive mind. You've got to play him in the right spots. You don't want to overwhelm him or make him positionless. You want him to be versatile. That's the word that you want to use here. And so it might take a little bit of time for him, but I like this pick. Certainly getting a first-round pick for Wentz and then using it on a defensive chess piece like Owusu-Koramoah. That's all the mock draft madness for me this week with Mock the Mock and Favorite Fits. If you guys haven't seen it yet, episode 2 of our Hear Me Out series is available over at the Draft Network's YouTube channel. It involves a Deshaun Watson trade, but a destination that I haven't really seen talked about much, and also involves getting Dak Prescott out of Dallas. There's a lot more things to go into it, but go check it out. We'll be back next week with more Mock Madness.